Hey guys, I'm Kennon Maurer, your go-to real estate and lifestyle guide here in Lacey, Washington. And today I want to talk about some of the higher end neighborhoods in Lacey. The ones that people, when you bring them up, people are actually like, oh yeah, that's a nice neighborhood. Those are what we're going to be talking about today. We're diving into Deerfield Park, Silverhawk, and Coppermill. Three areas that really capture what it means to live well in Lacey. So let's get into it. So why Lacey? You know, sometimes Lacey gets overshadowed by Olympia and Tumwater, but if you've lived here for a while, I think you kind of know that the city has kind of grown up. Over the last decade, Lacey has gone from that suburb off of I-5 to one of the most desirable pockets in the South Sound. It's still surrounded by trees, it's still calm, but there's way more going on here than before. So there's new coffee shops, there's new restaurants, there's lots of parks, and yes, there's neighborhoods that feel like something out of Sammamish minus the $1 million tax bill. So when I say higher end, I'm talking homes typically between $800,000 and $1.3 million. These could be custom or semi-custom builds with generous lots, big windows, beautiful finishes, backyards built for entertaining, and several different community amenities. Okay, so let's break them down. First neighborhood that we're going to talk about is Deerfield Park. So Deerfield Park is kind of Lacey's you know it if you know it spot. People from Olympia sometimes think it's still Olympia, but it's really right on that northeast edge of Lacey. So if you drive up Carpenter Road past the Woodland Trail, you'll start to feel it. Mature trees, quiet winding streets, homes that don't all look exactly the same. Most of these homes were built in the late 90s or early 2000s, and they sit on really big lots. So you have lots of elbow room, not those tiny 6-foot setbacks. What I love about this neighborhood is really the character. You're gonna see a lot of mid-century touches next door to PNW craftsman style houses. Some people in that neighborhood have hobby gardens, others have full-on mini orchards, and people here know that there's some hidden paths that cut through the greenbelts in that neighborhood toward the Karen Fraser Woodland Trail. You don't find that kind of tucked away charm in the newer neighborhoods or the newer builds. Visually in that neighborhood, old growth firs, maples that light up in the fall. There's a lot of rhododendrons that have been there for 20 plus years. So if you love trees and you love privacy, this could be a really great spot for you. Now the trade-offs are that some of these homes, they have age. So you might be replacing a roof, upgrading some plumbing, modernizing the layout, and yeah, the roads are just slightly narrower than some more modern roads. The driveways are a little bit longer. Sometimes that's actually a really good thing. That could be a pro or a con, but that's also what makes it feel a little bit different. Deerfield Park is for people who really want space and they want character and they want quiet. They don't want cookie cutter. The next neighborhood we'll talk about is Silverhawk. So if you've been in Lacey for a while, you've heard this name come up. It's one of those neighborhoods that people mention when they say, that's where I want to end up. You'll find it tucked between Hawks Prairie Golf Course and Tolmie State Park, which means you're minutes from shopping, hiking. If you're military, JBLM is just down I-5 via Marvin Road. Silverhawk really hits that sweet spot. It's luxury meets livability. And I'm not sure I would necessarily classify it as a luxury neighborhood, but peaceful. You'll see deer wandering through the greenbelts in the evening. You've got homes with big covered patios, outdoor fireplaces, big decks, even those drive-through garages where you can pull a boat or a trailer all the way through the lot. There's another section of Silverhawk too called the Woodlands, and it's especially stunning. They all have 1-acre lots. There's some rambler layouts, there's 2-story layouts, and there's a nice gated entry for that specific portion of Silverhawk that keeps things private without feeling too stuffy. And this is some insider knowledge. If you can snag a greenbelt backing lot, do it, because those lots are really gold. There's no backyard neighbors, it's just trees and birds. So one thing about Silver Hawk is that it's pretty competitive to get into. There's not a lot of homes that come up each year, and with the newer construction, most of these houses were built 2016 to 2018, kind of in that era. So with that newer construction, you're gonna pay a little bit of a premium, but resale here is rock solid. So if you're looking for a newer, higher end home without the isolation of acreage, Silver Hawk could really be a great option for you. The third neighborhood I want to talk about is Coppermill, sometimes known as Copper Creek, but it can be a little bit misleading. Copper Creek is the name of the larger project. Coppermill is specifically the subdivision neighborhood that I really want to talk about. So depending on who you ask, Coppermill, Copper Creek, I call it Coppermill, and I think most people would probably call it Coppermill. It says Coppermill on the sign outside of the neighborhood. So this area straddles the line between Lacey and Olympia. Not everybody even realizes that it's there. So picture this: quiet, gated community, tucked in the woods, big lots, around an acre each, newer custom builds with vaulted ceilings, massive garages, and forest views in pretty much every single one of those houses. If Silver Hawk is polished suburbia, Coppermill is the private estate vibe. Here's something most people don't know. When this development first started, the land had to be environmentally remediated because of old soil conditions from the Tacoma smelter plume. The developers literally mixed and replaced the top layers of soil to meet state environmental standards. So when you move in here, you're not just buying a home, you're buying a peace of mind that it's built right from the ground up, like quite literally. Residents who live in that neighborhood, they tend to be people who kind of want to disappear a little bit, but they want that really elevated neighborhood. It's not uncommon to have a driveway that's really long in that neighborhood. The gated entry is really beautiful. There's, you can kind of see your neighbors, but you're not crammed right next to each other. A lot of folks host dinner parties or wine nights under the covered patios in that neighborhood. It feels really more like a community, not just a neighborhood. Now, I guess you could say the trade-offs for that neighborhood are you're slightly further away from amenities, but you're still really only 10 or 15 minutes from Costco or Target. The roads are still newer, so you might see some construction finishing on some of the side streets, but if you value privacy and land and that estate kind of energy, Coppermill is really a special option. So here's how I would kind of summarize those three neighborhoods. Deerfield Park is for people who love mature trees, character homes, peace and quiet. It's great if you don't mind a little bit of DIY or updating. Silver Hawk, you're gonna get some newer builds, nice lots, good amenities, close to pretty much everything. Perfect for families or anyone wanting modern convenience with upscale finishes. And then Coppermill is big land, big houses, really elevated feel, gated privacy, prestige. It's for folks who want to feel like they're escaped but still want to be close enough to town. All three of those neighborhoods give you kind of a little bit of something different, and depending on your lifestyle, one of these could be your perfect fit. So let's talk trends for a second. Silver Hawk doesn't have a ton of turnover, maybe 5 homes a year hit the market, and they usually sell pretty quickly, and most of those homes are going to be trading between 900 and 1.1 million depending on the finishes. Deerfield Park is a little more varied. You can see homes in the mid 700s if you're okay doing some updates. On the higher end, you can see some homes more in the closer to the $1 million range. I have yet to see something actually sell for $1 million, but I've seen some things in the 900,000 range. And Coppermill, you're definitely going to be looking at $1 million plus, but that's for big square footage and some serious privacy. Lacey's growth corridor keeps pushing north. All three of these neighborhoods are on the northern side of Lacey. And as commercial development expands around Britton Parkway and Marvin Road, these areas will continue to benefit from rising values and easier access to dining and retail. So basically, if you're thinking about buying in the next year or so, now's the time to kind of plant your flag. So thanks for hanging with me and exploring Lacey's top tier neighborhoods. If you want a custom neighborhood map, active listings, or even want to walk through some of these homes in person, shoot me a message. I'll send you my high-end neighborhood guide with price ranges, builder notes, and some hidden gem spots only locals know about. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, tap the bell so that you don't miss my next video. I try to cover all of Lacey's best features: parks, restaurants, future developments, neighborhoods, all of it. I'm Kennon Maurer, your Lacey real estate and lifestyle guide. I'll see you in the next video.